Hello and welcome back to the Cinema Tirana YouTube channel. I am Stefano Tirana. We are a community of Christians from across traditions looking at media, movies, and the world through a Christian lens. I just want to say thank you for the support. I started this a couple weeks ago and we're already at 61 subscribers, more or less, and it's been amazing, so thank you. I appreciate all the comments, including the ones that disagree with me. I think it's so important to be disagreeing with each other. And, I'm not perfect. I can change my mind on things too. So thank you for the comments. We're trying to get more subscribers than Joel Osteen. So it's not looking good right now, but, I'm pretty sure we can do it. Today we're looking into something new. It's the world of TikTok. TikTok is a pretty recent, incredibly popular video sharing app. And with it, there's a lot of content regarding Christianity. There's a lot of good stuff, and in some cases, there's a lot of bad stuff. As the world continues to delve deeper and deeper into paganism and the return of stuff like astrology, new stuff like crystals and manifesting, a lot of this has been making its way into TikTok. And as Christians, no Christian from any tradition would probably support that. I think it's safe to say. That stuff is demonic, from the devil, and we cannot align ourselves in any way with it. Unfortunately, a lot of people have been deceived and are deceiving others into believing these things as well. In this case, I found a video that's quite exemplary of this type of perpetuation of astrology, in this case in particular, and how it's very explicitly trying to overtake or make Christianity obsolete in some kind of way. I don't want people directly, going to his video and commenting. He is somebody who is lost, somebody who we should be praying for. And this is just an example of the type of stuff that's being perpetuated on TikTok. So we're going to break down the video step by step, looking at its claims, debunking it where it's necessary. This video has 5.5 million views, so it's not like it's a niche video. This is something that's reached a lot of people. It has almost 1 million likes, so a lot of people are eating this stuff up, not realizing the lies and falsehoods here. So let's call it out for what it is. This isn't a personal attack on the creator. We are trying to be examples of truth and light and goodness in the world. So let's take a look at this video and let's get into it.
The story of Jesus is just a big reference to astrology. You know that, right?
Okay, big claims here. Let's keep going, see what he means by this.
As a Christian, I'm pretty sure the Bible speaks against zodiac signs, so that's definitely not true.
Okay, so here's the first kind of issue here. The way we think about astrology in modern days and the way ancient people during the time of the writing of the Bible thought about astrology is very, very different. Back in the day, astronomy, the study of stars, and astrology, the study of the spiritual ramifications of the stars, were one and the same thing. It's not till modern astronomy, the study of cosmology, that these things become separated. So the prohibitions in the Bible regarding astrology is stuff like fortune telling, where you're trying to gain divine knowledge from the heavenly hosts. And that stuff is prohibited. It's still prohibited to this day. Do not mess around with that kind of demonic stuff. But the relationship here is a little bit more complicated than just astrology bad.
I mean, I can explain it to you if you want. Go on, enlighten me. Okay, say less. So as you already know, all ancient civilizations worship the sun. They understood that without it, life on this planet would not exist. Because of this, they also worship the stars and track the sun's movement through the stars, hence why we have zodiacs. Now this is where the story of the sun, or the sun, begins.
Okay, so this is where he's going to start conflating the term sun and sun together. So he's talking about sun, S-O-N, and sun, S-U-N. This is not something that would have been familiar to the biblical authors because this only works in English. So this doesn't work in Greek, which the New Testament was written in. It doesn't work in Hebrew, which the Old Testament was written in. And it doesn't work in Aramaic, which it would have been the common language of the time of Jesus. But this is going to be the crux of the argument. So unfortunately, there's not a lot of biblical literacy, and this is pretty persuasive to a lot of people. So let's see how these arguments pan out.
Now let's take a look at Sirius, the brightest star in the east. On December 24th, Sirius aligns with the three brightest stars in Orion's belt, aka the Three Kings. And on December 25th, all three kings and Sirius all point to the sun.
Yeah, okay, so a few issues here. The three stars of Orion's belt have never been known as the Three Kings. This is something that is made up in this case. So this creator has not actually come up with these arguments. He's taken these arguments from a movie called Zeitgeist. So Zeitgeist was an attempt by atheist filmmakers to debunk Christianity. Not very successfully. We're all still here. But in this case, there's a lot of fabrications or stretching of facts. The Three Kings being part of Orion's belt is one of those. Furthermore, we don't know if there were three kings. So in the Nativity story, we know that three gifts were given by the Magi to Jesus sometime after he was born, not necessarily, at the moment of his birth or anything like that. It's Christian tradition that there's three Magi because of the three gifts, but we don't know that for certain. Here he has the star Sirius labeled as the star in the east. There's a lot of speculation as to what the star in the east that the Magi were following were. Was it some kind of planetary alignment that was considerably bright? Was it an actual star? It appears during the time of Jesus' birth and disappears. So we're not sure. So it's very tough to label the star Sirius with a very conclusive statement like the star in the east. It is a star in the east, but it's probably not the one that is spoken about in the Bible. So, and then you have the bottom label there, birth of God's Son at winter solstice. Again, play on words there with the sun. The only issue here is that the solstice is on December 21st. So it's a few days early from the December 25th traditional Christian celebration. So there's a lot of issues here. Lots of issues. Let's keep going, see what he says about the rest.
Now let's relate this back to the Bible. Didn't the three wise men use the star in the east to locate something? Well, yeah, they followed the star to find Jesus, the birth of the sun. Exactly.
Not exactly. Again, we don't know what the star in the east was. We don't know when Jesus was born exactly.
But wait, there's more. Let's talk about Mary. The Virgin Mary represents the Virgo constellation. Virgo is the house of bread because August and September represent the time of harvest. Now Bethlehem translates to the house of bread. Oh my gosh, isn't that the birthplace of Jesus Christ?
Okay, few issues here. So the closest affiliation we have with the constellation of Virgo and the Virgin Mary is Revelation chapter 12. Revelation chapter 12, however, has multiple traditional, very well accepted interpretations that do not make it Mary and also do not reference the constellation Virgo. One interpretation is that the Virgo constellation represents the Virgin Mary, and this is the story of Jesus' birth being told in Revelation 12. That's just one specific interpretation that's rather recent. More traditional interpretations have been that this woman who appears in the heavens is the church, or that this woman is Israel, and might in some way be related to the constellation Virgo. Now, as for Virgo being the house of bread, that is a total fabrication by this original documentary and now being perpetuated in this TikTok. I could not find any research outside of this documentary claiming that Virgo has anything to do with being the house of bread. Bethlehem, however, is very well established to mean the house of bread. That's probably the first real true thing in this video. It's very sad to see these types of tactics being used to, one, cause antagonization against Christians, and 2, to, cause Christians who are newer or maybe don't know better to stumble further into these New Age practices. The video is almost done, so let's take a look at if there's any more claims that could be helpful.
Well, yeah, but I'm not finished. During December 22nd and December 24th, the sun stops moving south. During this pause, the sun stays in the southern crux. This pause represents death because of the long cold nights and lack of harvest during the winter. Now call me crazy, but that kind of looks like the crucifix that Jesus died on.
Okay, it's the cross Jesus died on, but let's keep going. There's a few issues here too. The Southern Cross, or crux in this case, is a constellation that was not acknowledged to the 1600s. So that's not until a millennia and a half, pretty much, after to the time of Jesus and the time of the writers of the Gospel. Another big issue here is that the Southern Cross as a constellation cannot be seen from Israel or from where the New Testament was written. So the authors would, 1, not acknowledge it as a constellation, and 2, not even be able to see it. Again, this is very, very convenient to stretch or completely fabricate facts to make a point.
Whoa, that's a coincidence. Okay, you can stop now. No, let me finish. On December 25th, the sun moves up 1 degree north. This is why you celebrate Christmas as the birth of the sun, and Easter as the resurrection of the sun, when we have longer, warmer days to bring in new life.
Okay, so I don't know why he's bringing up Easter. Easter is very much rooted in the Jewish feast of Passover, and every other language...
So you see...
In every other language that is not English, the word is Passover. As for the sun rising up on December 25th, I'm not sure. The solstice is on the 21st, so I'm assuming by the 22nd, the days are getting longer. But I'm not an astronomer. I've just done a little bit of research for this video. But, there's a lot of conflation of facts. This is very sad to see that a video like this can get 5.5 million views, but let's keep going. It's almost done.
So you see, Jesus actually is the sun. Not the sun, but the sun. So this is why they demonize astrology.
That's not why we demonize astrology. We are warning people against inviting demonic forces into their life. This video is very, very tough. I feel genuinely sorry for this man that he's been so deceived into believing these falsehoods from all these sources and further entrenching himself into astrology. If you are a Christian, if you come across stuff like this that claims to, debunk all of Christianity, be rest assured that it probably does not. People have been thinking about this stuff for 2,000 years. People way smarter than myself and smarter than you probably. And our faith, we have good reasons to believe in our faith. As for the New Age stuff, we have to be watchful. If you are a Christian, I warn you once again, I plead that you may run away from this stuff. Back into biblical truth and to church and to your salvation. So I would like to thank everybody for watching this video. If you want to see me do more of this stuff, addressing these kind of crazy content on TikTok, I would be happy to do so. If you disagree with me, leave it in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation about that. It's the whole point of this channel. But until then, I'll see you next week. God bless, and thank you for watching.